all of you. Good evening and namaste to all of you. I thank you for joining in today in this special presentation on the tourism potential of Konkan region titled Wonders of Konkan. It is something very uh, coincidental, we could say, that we had planned this event for a quite long time. We are planning to have this presentation, and today we are meeting at a time when the Konkan area, which is one of the top tourist destinations in Maharashtra, has been ravaged by floods. Actually, if you look at the natural disasters, disease, etc., can have a very devastating effect on tourism, and it is our responsibility as government officers, as stakeholders, as tourists, that we help Konkan recover after this crisis, because almost this lot of population is dependent on the tourism economy in this region. In fact, it is our duty to educate and motivate the tourist and the operators from other states not to cancel bookings, as people from outside don't know the geography of Konkan. They become confused over the extent of disaster and the area affected. I say this because tourism presents a very huge economic opportunity for rebuilding this region. And today, as we will be going through and exploring the wonders of Konkan, we should look at making tourism as a tool to bringing back business to the Konkan area, so that it drives growth and people are able to recover quickly. To briefly to tell you, this region is great, has a great potential to be a tourist hub, not only for Maharashtra but for the whole of India, and kind of it can really be a very prominent spot on the Indian travel map. It has very pristine seashores, lush green Sahyadri mountains. It is also dotted with a lot of historical places, stories of Maratha valor and pride. And the cuisine of Konkan area is something which will tantalize your taste buds. Konkan has everything to be a perfect destination where you can relax, unwind in the company of Mother Nature. But due to lack of awareness, many tourists really miss a lot of important spots and just run or make a rush visit and then go back. So today, that's why we have invited somebody, a native who's from Konkan. Our speaker and presenter is Mr. Harshad Mane. He holds a company secretaryship, and also is a advocate. He's got an LLB degree, and he has done postgraduate program in management from IIT Mumbai, and he has over almost 10 years experience in the corporate. Recently, he started an initiative called Konkanaya Business Private Limited, which is primarily to promote the arts and crafts of Konkan and bring it on the platform, e-commerce platform, and he calls it as konkania.com, for selling the local goods manufactured in Konkan, especially the handicraft, the traditional dolls, toys, etc. And also he organizes tours to this region. In fact, he is joining from a remote village there, and we hope everything is safe at that place, and also the connectivity is good, so that our viewers and can join. Uh, with this, I now hand over the space to Mr. Harshad. Please take over. And as we start, our heart goes out to people of the region who have suffered extensively last couple of days. Personally, some of them known to me have also been there, rescued, etc. So we wish the place comes back quickly and becomes lively again for travelers. Over to you, Mr. Harshad. You have to unmute, Mr. Harshad.
Thank you very much. Am I audible now?
Yeah, you are clear.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, sir. I'm very sorry for some disturbances here because I am in Udal and because I cannot come back to Mumbai on time. But of course, this also helps because you can see a good greenery on the background, and that's what Konkan is all about. Unfortunately, from last 2 3 days, We have been witnessing, not here in Kudal, but in Chittoor region and Mahad region, some extensive rains are there, and that's why there are so many problems have been caused, and there are some casualties there, which are very unfortunate. But besides casualties, there has been some loss of homes, some loss of business and professions. The shops and the restaurant, all things are there. So with that, I pay my sorry to those who lost their lives, and we at here in Konkan are striving very hard, as you know, the Konkani person is known for to fight back and to come back to the situation, and we are also helping these guys. And it has been actually just an incident, as sir said, that we, because we had planned this meeting very long, and that's why we could not postpone it, and so we had to hold it. But at the same time, I would also like to, make this point that tourism is one of the backbones or a catalyst of open economy. And in these, the areas, the people which have suffered, they want to come back, they want to fight back. They will fight back with the help of tourism. Tourism will be the main chunk of that thing, and that's why I think this is also an opportunity for me to present before you the Konkan as a tourist place or as a tourism place, and that's why where from we can take it to the next level where the current Konkan tourism is. Now, with this, I will just give a brief introduction to something that is there in Konkan. First, the question that will arise, that how is the current situation of Konkan with respect to the tourism, and is there any scarcity of the tourists? Do tourists visit Konkan or they don't visit Konkan? So the answer is yes, they visit Konkan quite a lot. In the peak season, you would see the buses are coming. You know, they are flourishing with the tourists. But at the same time, I would say that if we compare it with the tourism of Goa, which is very vicinity to the to Konkan, and if you compare it with say Kerala and Rajasthan, which are very famous amongst the foreigners and even also amongst Indians, Konkan, though it deserves a huge, but it has yet not could contribute that much in form of planned tourism, if I can coin the word planned tourism. So this is what we are actually looking to start, or even as those who are tour operators, those who are tour managers, they can think open in form of planned tourism. Now, if as the a short a brief about this meeting we have circulated, in that also it has been mentioned that because tourists think that they don't require a tour manager or they don't require a tour guide to visit Konkan. They just visit Konkan. They just stay somewhere around say a seashore or a resort, and they just enjoy with say whatever thing, the good food, alcohol, and they see the few places here and there, and just they go out. So they lose a huge chunk, or what we can say, they lose a pie on the cake. What Konkan is actually, Konkan is not just the seashores. Konkan is not just the beaches or even the mountains, but Konkan is a sum of it. So if you are coming to a place, if you are not enjoying that place as a sum or to the whole, then you are missing a lot, and that's exactly the gap that I would like to point it out. And those who are tourists, amongst the visitors, those who are tourists, they can take from the tourist point of view. Those who are the tour managers, they can take from the tour operators from point of view. Those who are the students, they can take as a study point of view. So that's why I will just put a case of Konkan in front of you, and there I will try to explain you that where the exact Konkan tourism lies and where it has potentials. Now, if we talk about the income potentials, the Mumbai is in vicinity on one side, the Goa is in vicinity on the other side. So it has a huge potential to earn not only Indian currency, the Kokan, but it has a good potential to be a foreign exchange earner of India. Kokan, I'm saying. So that's where I think, even as organizations, as MTDC, as ITDC, we can plan. So as I said, that because I know there are varied interests present in the audience, I would put the case of Kokan and those who can take the interest as they would like to be. So with that, I would like to share a screen. I would just require help from the host, that if they can see the screen perfectly. Uh, no, I think.
Yes, we can see the screen. You can go ahead.
Thanks. Yeah. So with that, I would put this presentation, Konkan, an unexplored beauty of Maharashtra. I said it unexplored because most of the part has not been explored yet, and because of uh, uh, I would say uninformed tourists, they miss on many of the points. So I will just give you a brief of the Konkan. Now, what is Konkan? Konkan has a historical background, a very ancient historical background, and it goes up to the ages of Parshuram. And Parshuram is the god of this land, and it is a story that he made this land able to the people living here for cultivation and for good living. So, for doing so, he has to approach the sea to go back up to certain level so people can live there. So you can understand that it has a sea on the one side and it has a mountain range on the other side. So it has a blue on the one side and it has a green on the other side. This looks so beautiful. If you come at any point of time, you would see greenery here, but especially if you come after say August or September, where the rain is slowly vanishing away, and then up to even February, it's a perfect time for a tourism in Konkan. So it is a beautiful strip of 720 kilometer on the western coast of Maharashtra. It has a blue color on the one side, a green color on the other side. Now, where what consists of Konkan? As I said, Konkan is a word that is coined differently at different point of time. But for our presentation or for our current understandings, we are taking five districts. It contains Mumbai. Mumbai also comes in Konkan. So Mumbai, Thane, Raigad, Ratnagiri, and Sindhudurga district, where currently I'm sitting in Sindhudurga district. And in the Sindhudurga, there is one village or point called Banda, which is the last village of Konkan, and after that, Goa starts. So from Mumbai to Banda, this is the entire Konkan region that we're talking about. But obviously, for our understanding or for our presentation, we are taking three districts mainly: Thane, Raigad, Ratnagiri, Sindhudurga. Four districts. I'm sorry, we're in four districts. And in Thane also, Thane rural is a different area, which is very important if we are looking from the point of view of the tourism. So we will cover that immediately after this. Now there are three ways with which you can connect to Konkan. The first is obviously the express highway by road, and the express highway has been improving and it has improved over the last period of time. So those who are new to Konkan, they can be assured about the road conditions. Though all those who have already visited the Konkan and might have seen the old road, then I can assure you the road is improving. So you have a express highway coming there. Then you have coastal road, which is a very ambitious project of current Maharashtra government. So it has been a very good option, or it will be a very good option once it starts operating. Currently, if you are coming and if you want to come from coastal road, Then you can come from the coastal road, starting from say Mumbai to Alibag. You can come from Jetty. You must be having this knowledge that you can bring your cars, you can bring your vehicles there. Then from Alibag to Srivardhan, and then you will get three jungle jetties there. So you can these places, and it gives you a different blend or different flavor of traveling, because it combines road as well as the sea line. Now, as I said, Konkan is not just beaches. It is a sum of everything. So you can say it has virgin pristine beaches. It has lush green Sahyadri on the one side. Then those who are food lovers, it is a beautiful place to fulfill your taste buds. If you are, especially if you are a fish eaters, it's a heaven for the fish eaters, for the non-vegetarians and also for the vegetarians. It's not that it has everything for the non-vegetarians only or for the fish eaters only. Konkan has its own good dishes, vegetarian dishes, which it can serve you. Biodiversity is absolutely brilliant. You can see there are many sanctuaries that will be covering here. There are many sanctuaries, plus there are various jungle trails that you can include in your travel plan. That, as I said, the uninformed tourists miss many of the things. This is very important thing that they miss. That is the biodiversity. There are some places where you can see good birds. So it has good bird watching sites also. Culture is absolutely dividable part of Konkan. If you are coming to Konkan, then you have to experience the Konkan. As they said that if you are in Rome, act as Romans do. The same thing applies here. If you are in Konkan, then act as what Kokanis are doing, how they live, how they cook, and what they are eating. That gives you a beautiful blend of Konkan history. Maharashtra has a very pride history of Marathas. Maratha valor and pride, and you can see it at every place of Konkan. The Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj started his campaign in Pune, and then he decided to have the first capital of Maratha dynasty in Raigad. So there is a Raigad fort on which you can experience that valor. And there are many seaforts. Now seaforts is, I think, a very different thing, a very different flavor of tourism that you can enjoy. So the history is there, monuments are there, natural habitats are there, and obviously the hospitality. The people are very humble, people are very loving, they are very caring, and they always say Yewa Konkan Apla Sasa, and they invite you for the Konkan tour. So let's begin our journey with this introduction. So the first circuit that we are going to look is the Vasai, Palghar, and Dahanu. It is very close to Mumbai. Many people even don't know what these Thane rural places contain. So currently is Thane and Palghar after the division of the districts. So Vasai, Palghar, and Dahanu. These three places you can visit in 2 days, 1 night. You can have this tour organized for 2 days, 1 night, where you can live. You have various private bungalows. There are various homestays. Now, homestays has a very good culture in Konkan, so you will get homestays everywhere. But in this region, especially, you will get private bungalows, which you can take on rent. This is a picture of Vasai Fort. So how I will give you just a brief of how you can manage your tour. So just to give you the idea. Now the first is the Fort of Bessin. Now Fort of Bessin was won by it was with Portuguese, one of the powers that invaded India, and it was with Portuguese. And during the time of Chimaji Appa, who is the brother of Bajirao Peshwa, the first Bajirao that we say, and he won this fort. This fort is huge. Now currently there are remains. We will say some remains are there. So, but it's huge. So you can even enjoy the remains. It has the remains of the old churches are there. There are some stone works are there, so you can enjoy the Vasai Fort. And while doing it, obviously, or before doing it, I would say that you can have a good study of this the fort and how Chimaji Appa won it, because it is surrounded on the sea on the three sides, and the land on the one side. So it was very important for Chimaji Appa to have a good army, so a good navy and a good army to support it. So it was a very pride episode of Maratha's history. The second is Jawhar and Wada. Now, Wada and Jawhar, these are the you will say the Mahabaleshwar of this region. You know, they are cold places, so they are hill stations, and you can enjoy a good evening there. So, as we say that if you start with Vasai, then you can go to Thane rural. Sorry, you can go to Jawhar and Wada in the evening, and you can enjoy a good climate there. Jawhar was a place where there was a king, and the king has a very historical backgrounds there. That there is a point where Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj and the king of Jawhar met. It is called the Mar. When in 1664, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj started his campaign for Surat. Then at that time he met the king of Jawhar. Hello, am I audible, right?
Yes, sir, you are audible. Yeah.
So after that you can go to
You're
Dahan.
audible, but please change the slide. You're not changing the slide.
No, currently I'm on circuit.
On the first slide, you're just showing Konkan, the unexplored beauty. We want to the participants wants to see the other slides also. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so I'm sorry, I will just go back to what I was saying. So this is the day one that you can start with, the Vasai Fort, the fort that was won by Marathas. Then you can carry your tour to Jawhar and Wada, say on the next day or in the evening. So you can enjoy good climate there. The Jawhar and Wada are just like the Mahabaleshwar of Konkan. And then you can come to Dahanu. Now I'm just giving a brief how we can go. There are many I would say resorts in Dahanu which are giving a package of 2 days. So you can enjoy a good evening nearby, say a river. There are some rivers there in that region. So there are many resorts that they give you the package. You can enjoy the river. You can enjoy the outing there. You can enjoy a good night there, and then you can obviously visit these places. So you can have a different things that may suitable to you. But this is how you can plan your tour. Dahanu is very famous for its chikus. So the Boulevard is a village where you can even enjoy, say, a wine made of chikus, and so you can have a wine tourism there at that place. So this is a tour one that we can plan Jawhar and Wada. This tour you would say has a different flavor than what the tours that we are going to see afterwards. So you can enjoy this tour, the first tour. So with that, we will go ahead with the next slides. So circuit 2 is Alibag Murud. Now, many visitors who visit Konkan, they are very familiar with Alibag. Many a times we have seen that people do travel their travel plans in Alibag, and then they just enjoy a night and then they go away. But you can have a good tour combining Alibag and Murud. Okay, just one thing which actually I forgot to tell you that there are some tour managers that organize a Konkan Darshan tour, and which contains say of 8 days or 10 days tour. Again, many tourists think that you can see the entire Konkan in that period, but then again, as I said earlier, that unfortunately they end up losing many places. They end up losing experiences of various cultures and other things. So that's why I have divided the entire Konkan in circuits, where I would require you to be there at least for 3 days, 2 nights. Obviously, 3 days may not be even enough to explore the entire place, but if we calculate the Konkan tours as weekend tours, then a person can have these weekend tours for 3 days, 2 nights, or 4 days, 3 nights alike. So Alibag Murud is our second circuit that we can start now. Like Thane, or like the Vasai and Palghar, the circuit one. Circuit two also has many private bungalows. There are many people who have invested in the bungalows, and now they are renting out their bungalows. So you can take the entire bungalow. Besides, there are many homestays. As I said, homestays are a culture that has been very well established or developed in Konkan. So there are homestays, and again there are star hotels. Now, some people do ask me, or even that question may come to your mind, that when we say tourist, tourists may be divided into various categories based on their interest, and as well as the economic possibilities that they would like to spend. So if a person is going to Konkan, does Konkan have all kinds of accommodations available? Yes, Konkan has all types of accommodations. Konkan has homestays who want a very good, decent, and economical outing, and Konkan also has star hotels. Those who want to enjoy a lavish living in Konkan, then there are some star hotels that are also available. So that's what I was saying. I know earlier that Konkan gives everyone everything, whatever their interest like. So this is the Fort Janjira from Murud. Now we will go for the first destination. Now, first destination can be Alibag. You can even do a reverse. But first destination, if you say Alibag, Alibag is very proximity to Mumbai. So you just require say a 3-4 hours to visit Alibag. Now in Alibag there are various places which now in Alibag there are various places that you can visit. I will just I'm just trying to slide show. So in Alibag, there are various places that you can visit. If you come to the fort, then there is a Kulaba fort. Now, as I said, that the naval forts is a very unique feature that the Konkan has, and that's why you can have a first flavor of it in form of the first fort Kulaba. Then there are places called Fansad sanctuaries that you can visit. Many people do miss it. Fansad sanctuaries also give you the opportunity to live in a tent, so you can explore that experience as well. Then I will just show you this next slide. Now these are the various sculptures that are made, and these are available. This is the exhibition which is available in the village Sasavne, and it is called the Karmarkar Museum. So it is a beautiful place to visit. These are the tents that you can visit, which are available in Fansad. Alibag is very famous for one of the Maratha naval warrior, Kanoji Angre. So you have a monument of Kanoji Angre there in the city itself. Then you can go to the second day. You can go to Murud. Now Murud is very famous for its fort Murud Janjira, and it is a very good place to visit. You can experience a sea travel from the shore to the fort. Then there are other various beaches which are available. So it includes Kashid. The beach is very famous. Now, if you are a seafood lover, then obviously there is one very good hotel that is available. So you can visit that hotel that is called Patil Khanawar, which is very famous for the seashores. Now, this is a basic itinerary that you can have. From a day one, you can depart from Mumbai, then Alibag, then you can go to the places. Now, in the vicinity of the Alibag, there are two places. Which one is called Chaul. So you can visit Chaul. There are some temples. Chaul has been a very famous ancient port known from the name Cheul, known with the name Cheul, and so it has some remains of the ancient port. Then you can go to Karmarkar, you can come to Sasame. Now, many people know that you can come directly from the gateway of India to Alibag. So you will see the Sasame first. Then you can go to the Alibag city. There is a Kanuji Angre Smarak, as I said. Then you can go to Murud. Murud, you can visit the Murud beach, and you can enjoy the place of Patil Khanawar, as I said. Then there is circuit 3 that you can enjoy, and the circuit is Shrivardhan, Divyagar, and Harihareshwar. Now, unfortunately, many tourists visit Alibag, or they may go to Murud, but then they don't come, after that. So just in the vicinity of Alibag, say 3 hours drive more, you will have this what we can say a travel triangular. Shrivardhan, Divyagar, and Harihareshwar. Again, a 2 days, 1 night is fine. You may have a home. You will have homestays here. You can rent out some private bungalows, and there are star hotels which are available. Now, Shrivardhan is a hometown of Peshwas. Peshwas were the prime ministers of the Marathas after Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. When the dynasty comes to Shahu Maharaj, then he appointed this person called prime minister, and then the first prime minister was Balaji Vishwanath, and he comes from this place Shrivardhan. So in Shrivardhan, you have obviously a beach of Shrivardhan, which is now very beautified by the government. So you can enjoy that place. Then there are various temples which are available in Shrivardhan, and these are naturally they are so beautiful that you can even go there as just a scenic place. Besides the religious importance, but then you can enjoy both, and that's the beauty of again Konkan, where you can combine your religious interests with the natural scenic beauty. You will see some beaches even in this tour. You will see a beach and a temple standing alongside. If you are sea eater, then there is a port called Jivna Bandar, on which the fisherman comes in the morning and in the evening. So you can even catch a fresh fish there, and you can come to your hotel or your homestays, and you can request them to make a beautiful dish out of it. So you can enjoy a Jivna Bandar. Then The next place which is very nearer to Srivardhan is Harihareshwar. Now Harihareshwar is famous as Dakshin Kashi or the Kashi of the South, and because it has a very famous temple of the Lord Harihareshwar and Kalabhairav. Now Kalabhairav is one of the avatars of Lord Shiva, and this temple is nearer to the sea. So you can, if you are visiting, especially that I would recommend, if you are visiting it, here in the evening, you can enjoy the temple as well as a sunset. So it is a beautiful place to visit. Even in Harihareshwar, you will get homestays and even the star hotels. The third place is Divyagar. Divyagar had a uh, famous idol of gold idol of Lord Ganesha. Unfortunately, we lost it a few years before, but now they have the local government has developed a very beautiful temple of Ganesha, so you can visit there. So that temple is one of the attractions of of the place. You can also enjoy the Divyagar beach, but there is one more temple that I would request you to visit, which is very nearer to the beach. Is called Rupanarayan Temple, and that temple has a very beautiful structure made of the red stones. I will just show you that structure. This is the Roop Narayan Mandir, which it has a very good structure of the red stones, and even the murti, the idol is very beautiful. Roop Narayan. So you can have this tour Srivardhan Harihareshwar and Divyagar, which is very famous, famously known as the travel triangle of Raigad district. So this is a rough itinerary that I have prepared, which you can uh, follow. Now, after that, we will go to the next circuit 4, which is Dapoli, Harane, and Dabhol. Now, you can say this is the entry point to the South Konkan. You have the Raigad district is generally known as North Konkan, and then after Raigad district, there comes the Ratnagiri districts. So Dapoli is a starting point of the Ratnagiri district. So you can say this is as a gateway of South Konkan. Dapoli is a very scenic seashore place. So if you are coming from say Mumbai Goa highway, then from Buhagar you can come here, or but the best way to come here is from the Srivardhan, where you can take a jungle jetty and you can come to Dapoli. So you can have a 3 days 2 nights tour. You will enjoy your homestays. There are star hotels which are available here, and also the private bungalows which are available. So the first place is Dapoli that you can visit. As I said, you can enjoy. You can say this is the entry point of South Konkan, and then here you can enjoy the places which are where we will say they are typical Konkani villages. So besides the places that I will be mentioning here, if you just visit the villages like say Kolthare and the other villages, then these are beautiful typical Konkani villages which has typical Konkani uh, uh, houses there, so you can even enjoy ride there. Now, if you say which are the places to visit, then you would say then I would say that you can come to the seashores called Ade, Ilchi. Then there is if you go to Dabhol, then there is a good temple of Chandika Devi. There are some hot water springs which are available in Unhavre. So these you can enjoy in Dapoli or nearby Dapoli. Then the after Dapoli, you can visit Murud Harne. Now as I suggested you that you can visit Harihareshwar after Srivardhan in the evening. You can visit Murud Harne in the evening. There are good places to accommodations available on the seashores in the Murud Harne. So you can enjoy even the seashores after that. So Murud Harane is a way, and this is Murud is not the Murud of the Raigad. This is the Murud of the Dapoli. So Murud Harane is a very good place that you can visit in the afternoon. There is a fort called Suvarna Durga, which is very nearer to this to the seashore of or the port of Harane. But unfortunately, the access is not there that much, so you cannot visit it. But you can sit there in the port and you can enjoy the view in the evening. Now, Harane, as like Jivuna in Srivardhan, is a very good port on which where the fishermen come with the fresh catches, and so you can purchase those and you can come to your homestays, and then they will serve you. In Dabhol, you can enjoy a good temple of Chandika Devi. This is a temple of the goddess in the caves. So it is a very good place and very recommended place to visit. Now here you can also take a jungle jetty to the other places. So this is the itinerary. You can come to Dapoli. Then you can go to Murud. Now in Murud there is one called on Karde seashore. There is dolphin ride is also available. If you go in the morning, you can enjoy a dolphin ride. Then there are other seashores which are good to see are Ladghar, Burundi, and Asud. These are very good. Polthare is, as I said, is a very good village, a typical Kokani village that you can visit. If you see from the historical point of view, Suvarna Durga is one there as a fort. Then there are caves called Panhare Kaji, which you can visit, and this is a very good place to visit. Then you can you can even visit Vedas. Vedas is very famous for its Turtle Festival, and but the Turtle Festival is held only at a typical season. But even you can enjoy good sea ride, or you can enjoy the road goes which is very proximity to the sea in Vedas. So if you visit there in the morning, then Vedas is very good place to visit just for a car ride. So this is the circuit. This is the Suvarna Durga, which I talked about. Suvarna Durga is a fort on which Kanoji Angre was born. So it is very famous, but unfortunately the access is not much. The circuit 5 is Buhagar Chiprun circuit. Now here also you can have a 2-3 days 2 night visit. If you are bypassing Dapoli, if you are not coming from Dapoli. Now here also, if you are economical tourist, then you can enjoy homestays here. If you want to say Spain for a lavish living here, then there is a very good star hotel that is available in Chiplun. So you can enjoy the ride Buhagar Chiplun. Chiplun comes on the highway Mumbai Goa Express Highway, which unfortunately is now has witnessed and now witnessing some pain out of the flood. And Buhagar is just on the seashore in the same line of the Chiplun. This is the Vashishti Nadi. It's a good scenic view of the Vashishti Nadi. Now, if you are coming to Buhagar, there are various places to visit in Buhagar. You can visit the seashore. Then you can visit a temples called Hidvi. Now, besides Hidvi, there is one good place called Bamanghar, which is available. Velneshwar is nearby. Then there are other seashores of Tavsar which you can visit. Now on the creek side of the Guhagar, there is crocodile safari available. So if you go to Guhagar, you can inquire about the crocodile safari, and you can enjoy even that. Then there is a fort called Gopalgarh, which is nearby, so you can enjoy. From the temple's point of view, there is one Ganesh idol which is very famous called Ufrata Ganesh that you can enjoy. So it is a very nice 3 days visit. In Chiplun, there is a very famous temple of Parshuram, which is regarded as the Lord of Konkan. So you can enjoy the temple of Parshuram. The destination to, as I said, the Malduni Crocodile Safari, which is very famous. Now there is very interesting thing here that there is a private jungle. There is a person called Nandu Tambe, and he has developed a private jungle. So you can visit that private jungle. You can enjoy the bird watching here, and it is a paid trip, but you can enjoy that thing as well. Now, you would say we are coming closer to Ratnagiri Ganpati. That is the middle of the Konkan. So in Ratnagiri and Ganpatipuri, you can combine this tour along with say Guhagar and Chiplun. But ideally, as I said, to explore everything in detail, you should break it up into these circuits. So Ratnagiri Ganpatipure is very famous for its Ganpati temple that everyone knows. But there are many places in Ratnagiri also to visit. Uh, Now, in the first destination that you can obviously do is the Ganpatipure. So in Ganpatipure, you can enjoy, as I said earlier, that in Konkan you will get temples and seashore in close proximity. So the same lies here. Ganpatipure is exactly based on seashore, so you can enjoy both at the time. If you come to Ganpati Pule, you can first enjoy Ganpati Pule. Then you can nearer to Ganpati Pule. There is a very good concept developed by the resident there, and that's called Prachin Konkan. Now it's a museum. It gives you the idea of exactly Konkan or the local Kokani has been living from last 500 years. So this is a very good place to visit, a must place to visit, I would say. The Prachin Konkan museum, because I said when you say Konkan comes in a sum, so it has obviously the culture lies along with it. Then, as we have seen, Unhavre hot springs are there. There is a called Unhare hot springs are there in Ratnagiri. So you can come to Pavas. There is Swarupananda temple. There is a Purnagarh, that is the fort there. And in Ratnagiri city itself, there is a very scenic fort called Ratnapet or Ratnagiri fort. Now in Ratnagiri, as we know that Swatantraveer Savarkar was confined after his detainment in Andaman. So and where he started his social activities. So there is that detainment home is available in Ratnagiri. There's a Vitthal Mandir which is available. Along with Savarkar, the Ratnagiri is also the birthplace of Lokmanya Tilak, who is known for the father of Indian unrest. So the birthplace is there. The social work which was carried by Savarkar, Swatantraveer Savarkar. So there is a Patita Pavan temple, which is very good to see. And along with that, there are some concepts are developed. As you see in Ganpati Puri, the Prachin Konkan is developed. There is a aquarium that is developed in Ratnagiri, so you can enjoy that aquarium also. there are various beaches which are available in Ratnagiri. So Bhate Beach or this Kashiri Beach, which are not so famous as like the other beaches, which you can enjoy. You can see the beautiful scenic view of this Kashiri Beach. Then we are coming to the second last circuit, which is called Tarkarli and Sindhudurga. Now this is very famous again. You know, as like Alibag is famous. This circuit is famous for its scuba diving. So I think we can just go with the itinerary, which you can enjoy. So you can reach Tarkarli directly. Now currently you have to come from the Mumbai Goa highway. The other the other way you can do, you can go to Goa and you can come back to Sindhudurga. You can go to Goa by flight and you can come back to Sindhudurga, or even and now that there is a proposed airport which is in a process to be launched in Chipi, which is in Sindhudurga district. So after that, it will be a very easy travel to Sindhudurga. So scuba diving is very famous for it. Along with scuba diving, there is a very famous naval fort of Marathas called Sindhudurga or Malwan Fort. So these two you can enjoy. Then there are other beaches called Chula Beach. There are other beaches near Kudar called Khawne Beach or Bhogwe Beach that you can enjoy. Kunikeshwar temple is very famous. It's a temple of Lord Shiva, which is on a seashore, so you can enjoy it. Vijay Durga is another naval fort, a very famous naval fort that you can enjoy here. So you can enjoy Sindhudurga and Vijayadurga on a single trip. So this is a very good for those who enjoy the seaside riding. Other beaches are Mithabao Beach, which is very good for its scenic beauty. This is a representative picture of scuba diving that you can enjoy. This is the Kunikeshwar Mandir that is. Now the last circuit you will say is a circuit called Vengurla, Sawantwadi and Amboli. Sawantwadi, I said Banda is the last village of Mumbai of Konkan. So it comes in Sawantwadi. So Vengula, Sawantwadi and Amboli are three places that you can visit. You can start with Vengula. You can start with Vengurla. You can see the beaches. Now the one beach is Sagareshwar beach. You can visit. Then there is Ganesh idol in Reddy that you can enjoy. Yashwantakad is there. Another is Mochimad beach is there. So these beaches, Vengula is very famous for its beaches. Another thing that you can see in Vengurla is the Dutch factory. You know, Dutch had their settlement in Vengurla, so you can visit that place. Then you can go to Amboli. Amboli is a hill station, and also it is very famous for is waterfall of Amboli. So various tourists visit this place in the rainy season. After obviously the July month in August or September, it's a very good place to visit. So you can enjoy your entire Vengurla on a day one. Then you can go to Sawantwadi. Now Sawantwadi is very Sawantwadi is famous for it was a samsthan, so it has the Rajwada of the king. Then there is a famous Moti Lake which is available. There is a Jalamandir which is available, and now you can here have some shopping in Sawantwadi. So Sawantwadi is very famous for the wooden toys, and there is a road called Chitari Ali, which is on which there are various the people sit there, so you can enjoy this wooden wooden toys and wooden itineraries, items made or even kitchen utensils made of the wooden So this is where you can enjoy your shopping. Then obviously on a day on a day going back, or on the second day, you can come to Bogwe Beach, and you can enjoy a seaside accommodation there. There are various seaside accommodations available on Bogwe Beach. This is Rajwada that you can enjoy. Now this circuit time, which you can say the combination of everything that you can put. It's a 7 days, 6 night journey. If you make it compact, it just contains all the seashores, no, which are on the Konkan side. So that's why I can call it coastal Konkan. It's a 7 day, 6 night visit, and obviously these days are not enough to explore Konkan, but you can, if you have some shortage of time, you can enjoy. And because we have already discussed the itinerary, I will not commit with it again. I will just show you some pictures, which are of these beaches. On this we have discussed. You can make it of your own, what you can see. uh, I've just made it on the like this, that you can come directly to Sindhudurga, and then you can go back to Mumbai, or you can go back to Pune, or you can go back to your places. Then it will be a very good place, a very good ride. So if you are coming to Tarkarli directly, then you can enjoy from Tarkarli, and then you can go back towards Mumbai. So this is a day one on which you can enjoy Tarkarli. The seawater sports are there. Then rock garden is available there. Chula is available there. Then on the next day, you can go to Bhugwe Beach, that is a Vengurla, and then you can enjoy all the temples, that is Vetoba, Reddy Ganesh, etc. Then you can enjoy the Terekol and Savantwadi. You can do shopping on your Savantwadi. Then on day 4, you can come to Ganpati Pure. You can enjoy the Ganpati Pure temple, the beach. Then the Jaigarh is there. Then you can come to Buhagar, that is Hedibi, Bamangarh, Anjanvel, which is available. So this is how you can plan your first half. In the second half, you can come to Chiplun. You can enjoy the crocodile safari. Then you can enjoy the Kolthare beach, the Harne Bandar, the Harne port is there. Then you can come to the Murur Janjira, Murur side. Then you can enjoy the Murur Janjira, and then you can come to Alibag. So this is it. I tried to explain you what Konkan contains, and as I said, Konkan is not just the beach, but you have to take it as a whole, and you have to enjoy it along with its culture, the food culture, the people, the hospitality, and then you will be able to explore it better. So as an international tour destination, if you want to make it a Konkan as an international tour destination, then it has beaches, it has a reach of land, train, and air. Then it contains good accommodation, starting from homestays to the star hotels. It's a heaven for the foodies, so you can enjoy good seafood, you can enjoy good non-veg, and you can also enjoy good vegetarian food here to satisfy your taste buds. It has scuba diving. It has it has various temples. If you just want to do a temple tourism along with a scenic beauty, it's a fantastic option that is available to you, or the Konkan gives to you. So thank you very much for this presentation, and I thank very much to India Tourism to give me this opportunity to explain and explore Konkan in presentation form to you. And with that, I think should we take any question or something?
Mr. Mane, thank you very much. We had a very nice presentation with all the information on the Konkan region, which is very little lesser known. And we also got this information. Most important was on the itinerary and the circuits which we can take in the Konkan region. Request the participants to, in case you have questions, you can put in the chat box. But till then, we have one or two questions. If you can take up, Mr. Mane. One is that have you got tourist spots in and around Chiproon? Can you name them? So, what are the tourist spots in and around Chiproon?
Around Chiplun you can you will have obviously the Parshuram Mandir which is available. Along with that, you can now Chiplun and Guhagar are in close proximity, so you can go to Guhagar and you can enjoy the places which are mentioned in the itinerary. So there are various places that you can visit. In Chiplun specifically,
please wait,
you
please
have
don't unmute yourself.
Kucing rasa tuh nggak makna sudah kamu nama ini tuh kamu.
Sorry for that, Mr. Harshan. Can take up the questions. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, it's okay. You can continue.
Yeah, so what I was saying that Chiplun, you can take this entire circuit as a whole. So if you combine it with Guhagar, then you can enjoy various places, because Konkan is basically a coastal region and Chiplun comes on the highway. So if you're coming from Chiplun to Guhagar, you can visit various places side by side. So there are more places to visit in Guhagar and on the creeks, the crocodile safari which I mentioned, and then in Chiplun you can visit the river, the Vashishti river is there. You can visit the Parshuram temple which is available in Chiplun.
Okay, Mr. Mani, we have one more question. Will you be sharing this information on some websites, or how do we share these itineraries? How can we look if somebody wants to have these itineraries?
Yeah, this is available actually on our website kokankanya.in. So one can visit that website and one can have it. Or if India Tourism wants, I can share this. And I will already shared this.
You can put your website. You can put your website address on this chat box. Then everyone can please take it down. Yes, that will be easy for everyone. And these itineraries would be a help to everyone to plan their tours.
Yes, right. This kokankanya.in.
Okay, thank you.
That website is available.
We will also want to have some more information about Dapoli Jungle Jetty ride, if you can enlighten us.
See, there are three jetty rides that combine Konkan. So you can enjoy a jetty from Srivardhan to. I will just try to show you the map. I think it will take some time because I was not ready for this.
Okay, no worries.
See, if you go to that place, if you go to say a Dighi port of Srivardhan, then you can have the idea of the jetty. So if you interact with your locals, then they will give you the idea of these jetties. And nowadays these jetties are available. The frequency is good, so you can if you miss one, you can have the next in say half an hour. And good thing is that on a good day, I mean, which is not, if it's not too much raining or something, the jetties are available also in the nights. So you can, if you miss out some places, or if you are late, then you can take those jetties even night up to a certain time, obviously. So I think it's better if you go to, if you go that place, and you can inquire with the locals.
Uh, this is if any participants, if you have any more questions, please you can ask at this point, or we will wind up the session with. So we'll share the link of this with India Tourism Hyderabad. And Sir, Mr. Mane, thank you for this beautiful journey of Konkan we had today evening. And we thank you for giving your time to join us for this presentation. I thank all the
Thank you very much.
participants for taking out the time this evening to join us. And we take leave of this event. Thank you very much.